What's up, innovators? This is the Innovative Lifestyle. I'm Mike Hill of Hill Innovative Solutions, here to talk about all things innovation, everything from product development to how do we innovate and improve our lives. Today, I want to talk about something that's actually near and dear to my heart, and I wrote down a few notes here that you might see me look down and read. But it's something that I just kind of wanted to focus on a little bit because I can run off in a million different directions. I can talk about this all day long just from what has happened to me in my life because of this. And the topic today is, what is your vision? Setting a vision, and what does that do for you? And what type of precedent does that set for you? And this is something that I had heard off and on throughout my career. I've heard off and on throughout my life, but never knew a lot about, and nor really partaken in until about a year ago. A year ago, I was an executive at a company and was just miserable. And the culture was I was not a fan of. The just, I didn't get to do what I really wanted to do, what my passion was, what I feel that I was put on earth to do. Wasn't able to innovate and develop products, and so just every day was just a drudge, and really forced myself to make it through the day. And on top of that, I didn't have time for my family. I wasn't able to spend time with my family, which is my number one passion, and so. I joined this coaching program and learned all about the vision and the program's Life in Air, and just learning how to write out my vision, working with coaches, defining what it is that I really wanted in my life. And at that point in time, I wanted out of my job. I wanted to be self-employed. I wanted to spend more time with my family, and I had a few other goals that I really wanted to do, but those were the two main things. I wanted to spend more time with my family. I had no plan or really knew what to do or how to do it. I just knew that this is what I wanted to do. And so I wrote it down, and I started working several different avenues. I started doing several different things, was working on different items, different topics, trying to get my business going, all while trying to work full time. And I will say that the reason why I think the vision is so important is because it basically just puts you in the right mindset, but it just gives you something to focus on, right? So if you're looking to drive in a straight line or plow in a straight line, if you're a farmer, right, you don't look down, you look straight, right? And you keep moving towards that end goal and that target, which was what I was able to do. Now, I will tell you, here I am a year later, and I'm happily self-employed, and self-employed in a situation better than I had even shot for originally. So I'm self-employed, and this morning, which is kind of why I wanted to get on here and talk about this today, this morning I got to drive my daughter to the bus stop, right? And historically, I wouldn't have been able to do that. I would have already been at work for a few hours, and a few weeks ago, when my son went to his first day of kindergarten, I got to be there. As odd as it was with COVID and everything, I got to be there, and I got to enjoy it, and I got to experience that. And if I wouldn't have, I truly believe that if I would not have put this in my vision a year ago, this wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have been on my radar that this was even possible. And here we are today, truly blessed, absolutely blessed. And I went through a manufacturing facility the other day, and people were just, it was not just the fact that it was but in any business, and I've seen it in multiple businesses. You can see it at the grocery store. You can see it at various other places. People are just not happy. They're miserable. They're drained. They're not driving for anything or striving for anything, and so they're unhappy. And so this is something that just really has resonated with me through my career, that there's got to be more. No matter which organization I was in, I always felt like I was pushing against the wall, because I'm pushing new and innovation and new products, and not the normal same old and all this other stuff. And if you're a champion for that in your organization, God bless you, fantastic, because every organization needs that, right? They need different perspectives, they need new, they need innovation. But I will say that I tell you the story of my vision because here I am a year later, and I've achieved so much of what I wanted, and what I desired, and I've realized that was not the end of my vision. That was not really what I wanted. What I really want is to make an impact, right? And I heard this past weekend, right? I'm here to tell my story and to make an impact. And I truly, and that's where I'm super excited and super stoked about what I have to offer and what it is that I'm going through and learning on a day-to-day basis. And the reason why I'm putting out videos when I feel absolutely uncomfortable doing this and talking with people is that I through this last year, and through all my career, but this last year particularly, I've just really started resonating with me that I've got something to offer, that can help a lot of people, that can help people get the freedom that I wanted. It can help organizations and companies or champions within those organizations not feel like they're pushing against the wall all day long, right? There's two things that grow a company. I heard this again this past weekend. It's marketing and innovation, right? And so if your company's not innovating, I bet you're not growing. Or if you are growing, you're spending a lot of money on marketing, right? And so just the more that I experience this freedom and experience this my vision, the more I realize that my vision is to make a bigger impact, and I'm just getting started on it. I'm just getting rolling on it, and so it is my vision to help people. But not only people, also organizations, right? Organizations fuel the economy, and the economy, is hurting right now, and manufacturing is one of the single biggest employers still to date in the U.S. and globally, and so I feel it a duty to grow, not only give people the freedom through product development, helping them develop products, design, develop, launch products, but also to find ways to marry that with manufacturing and help manufacturing companies and help companies design, develop, and launch products also, and because those companies, they need to innovate, they need new products, and as we're going into this recession or whatever it is right now, and we're looking to come out, the only way to come out is going to be through innovation, all right? And whether that's marrying someone whose vision was to have this freedom to sell a product and have someone else manufacture it, or whether it's doing it inside of a manufacturing company, there are things out there that people need to know, right? They need to have a process. There is a specific process that you can go through, right? And it's loose, and everyone is different, but there is a process to go through to design and develop a product. There's processes to getting it to market and making sure that you've got the right customer interactions with it. And so, I bring this up not really to push the Hill Innovative Solutions and the product, but just to reiterate the fact that more and more every day I realize that the vision that I set out a year ago, the vision to be self-employed, the vision to spend more time with my family, truly was a vision to just have a bigger impact. And it is my vision to have a bigger impact on companies and individuals. And so I challenge you, now that I just shared my story, and what creating a vision can do for you, I challenge you to think through, what is your vision? right? Have you written your vision down? Not just goals, right? What is it that you truly want in the long run? What is it that you're looking to achieve? And for those of you that have seen some of the other videos that I've put out, you know that I've been studying with a mastermind group, Think and Grow Rich, and if you've ever read Think and Grow Rich, or if you haven't, I highly recommend you either reread it or you read it. All right, but if you've read it and you know it, then you know that the first step, right? Once you've defined this purpose and you've got this desire, is to write it down, all right, and you exactly not only just write it down, write exactly what you want by the date that you want it, right? And they use money and monetary value in Think and Grow Rich, but it's really beyond that, right? And my story proves that. So it's not just it's not just writing down, not just having a goal, right? You've got to write down what it is that you truly want, right? And you've got to tie emotions to it, right? And you've got to, and we talked about this actually this morning in my mastermind group, the power of emotions and the energy that it creates. And as someone who studied physics in college, the only thing that I could relate this to was actually Maxwell's equations, E and M and Faraday's law, and the fact that the electricity and magnetism are related to each other, right? And the energy that we create through our vision, right? Actually, the more that we focus on our vision, the more energy we put into our vision, the more magnetism that we create, the more magnetic pull that we have to get the things that we want, right? And I bring this up. I'm not just coming up with this on my own, right? Dr. Joe Dispenza, if you've never read him, I highly recommend him. I posted a post from him the other day on my Facebook page. But he talks about the kind of, here we are 100 years later, and this is something that just blows my mind. Here we are 100 years later, and Dr. Joe Dispenza is bringing quantum physics and data to this Think and Grow Rich stuff that Napoleon Hill put out in 1937, right? Here we are almost 100 years later, and we're starting to finally see some data to support this, to support the idea of creating this vision and visualizing it and putting energy to it, and by putting energy to it, you attract it before it has even manifested itself. And I can tell you, like I said, I am living proof of this. I'm a living proof of this, and this is possible for anyone. This is possible for any company, right? There's countless number of books, business books now, that talk about, the first thing in a business is to write out what your vision is, right? And there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. When everybody in that business is putting energy into that vision, right? When there's so much energy into that vision, you can't help but overcome, you cannot overcome the magnetism that comes along with that, and the magnetic pull that comes along with that, and just the positive part that goes with it. Now, the emotions work the opposite way too, right? So if you don't believe in what you wrote down, if you don't believe in the words that you put in your vision, your corporate vision, guess what? You're not going to get it. In fact, you're probably going to push the energy the other way. You're going to repel all of it, right? And so I just, again, for me, the metaphor is really easy to visualize because of my experience in engineering and my experience with physics, but it's mind blowing the level of research that is starting to come out on this, right? And the amount of study that's starting to come out on this, and so I ask, what is your vision? Have you defined what your vision is? And this isn't, this is a bit different than probably some of the other videos that I've put out, or some of the things that I'd like to put out with Hill Innovative Solutions, and some of the other videos that we'll do here on the Innovative Lifestyle. But really, this is something that's just been sitting on me. It's been sitting on me because I've had the pleasure and being absolutely blessed and being able to spend so much time with my family and spend so much time living my vision every day for the last 4 or 5 months now. And I'm excited because my bad days are so much better than my good days used to be. And so it's exciting to share this with you. It's exciting to share some of this knowledge that I've learned. And like I said, I've noticed that my vision really is to make a bigger impact. And so I'm hoping that, I'm looking forward to working with more and more people and doing more product development and having a bigger impact on people's lives, having a bigger impact on companies, right? When like I said, the reason why I know that my vision is to have a bigger impact, right, is because my vision was to be self-employed, right? And when how I make that leap is because when I was employed, I was making an impact on one company. I was working with one company, and now I get to work with multiple companies. I get to work with multiple entrepreneurs. I get to work with multiple inventors and masterminds and people that before all that energy went into helping one, and whether it aligned with my vision or not, right? It drained me. It gave me doubt, and it just repelled the things that I wanted. And now that I've been able to focus on my vision and focused on these things, on growing the business, on helping people develop products, on helping companies innovate, I'm having a blast. I'm attracting all the right things, and I'm truly blessed. And so again, I ask, what is your vision? How are you growing? What are you doing? If you need help, reach out to me. I'd love to help. I'm working right now on putting more resources out on hillinnovativesolutions.com. Free resources for people to understand this process of product development, right? Because it shouldn't be a secret. It's not a secret, right? There's books and books and books out there, right? But most people don't know about them, right? Like I searched product development on Amazon the other day for looking for books, right? And I've done this multiple times, but the number of books is dismal, right? And there's people who invent regularly, but it's nowhere near the level that we're inventing. But there's still so many discoveries yet to be made. There's still so many things yet to be invented. There's still so many problems in today's world that still need a resolution. And so if it's in your vision to do that, reach out to me. I want to help, right? I want to do that. And that's my vision. That's my vision, is to help more with that, help more companies work with that, help more people achieve those things. But whether you reach out or not, I just share this with people, like it, right? But really take it to heart. If you haven't written out your vision, I highly recommend you do it, and I recommend you read it every day, multiple times a day, right? I cannot speak to the volumes that it has done for me and the great things that it has done for me, and I'm just excited for what the future holds and the impact that I'm going to have because of it. And I'm looking forward to the impact that every one of you are going to have by doing this. I thank you for listening to for me talking for the last several minutes and talking about this, but I think it's crazy important. Whether you're a business, what is your vision? Whether you're an individual, what is your vision? What is it that you want to attract? What is it that you want to achieve, right? And how often are you paying attention to it? And do you have the emotions to support it, right? Put all your energy into it, make it happen. Have a wonderful day.